And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of the MTVM Podcast. We are now in the double digits, so that's exciting. And
Yes.
yeah, it's been 10 episodes. It's been great so far, and tonight should be another great episode. Joining me are my other two co-hosts. Would you guys like to make your introductions and whatnot?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Film fan 0599 here again. We've made it to 10 episodes. We've made it to double digits without killing each other. This is amazing. Now, we're here for another exciting episode of the MTVM podcast, and this should be another exciting episode. We got some great topics and some great discussions for all of you here today. So, yeah.
All right. And
hi, everybody. My name is Andrew Hayes. Welcome back to the MTVM Podcast. We hit double digits, so it should be double the fun. Just wait until we hit triple digits. Boy, will it get crazy.
yeah, and that'll be a long time from now, but
That'll be a long ass time.
That's when we start bringing in the strippers and, whoa.
and maybe some special guests. I mean, who knows?
Who knows
Yeah,
at this point?
That's when I use my charming personality to convince Hugh Jackman to come on the podcast so I could do a one-on-one interview with him. Maybe that probably won't happen, but one can dream.
One can dream.
And we got to be optimistic, too. Keep
Yes.
positive. All right, so we do have a couple people in the live chat already. Danny Russman, he is first yet again. So hello, Danny.
Hello, sir.
You have Sammy. Oh, and he wrote something a little bit. He said, today was a good day. Got 200 subscribers. Had a job interview today, which I feel great about. And I'm meeting with an old friend at the park tomorrow. Congratulations, Sammy. You sound like you have an awesome day.
And your day is about to get even better, Sammy, as you're watching the greatest podcast ever, the MTVM Podcast.
Yes. Fuck flicks with the dicks. No, I'm kidding. If you're watching, no, I'm kidding.
The MTV Podcast only has the most handsome, co-host ever, and I'm of course talking about Double Nine.
I feel my nipples feel good. Thank you.
All right, well, Sammy, in all seriousness, though, congratulations.
Yes.
200 subscribers. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have Justin Williams and Danny Zygon. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Boy.
And tonight should be another good episode. So, with that being said, we do have a lot of topics today, so I do want to get started, right away and stuff. So, I have 4 movie topics today. They're not that long or anything, I promise. So, I'll just start. Okay. So what I want to go over first is the results of the Critic Choice Awards, the winners.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is I actually wrote the list down, and I'm just going to say the winners. I'm not going to go over the nominees, and I'll just say the winners. And if you guys want to have anything to say, you guys can say all that stuff. All right. So I'll just start. Best score, The Shape of Water. Shape of Water, best score. I can't argue that. It had a wonderful score. My pick would have been Dunkirk, but I'm glad it won. Shape of Water won. Okay, next up, best song, Remember Me for Coco. That was the winner. Hopefully now that's the Oscars. That will be
hopefully.
the Oscars as well. Okay, next category, best visual effects. The winner, War for the Planet of the Apes. Again, another really great pick. Awesome pick. Okay, next one. Best hair and makeup. Winner, Darkest Hour. Now I haven't seen the movie, but Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. I mean, that makeup looked really terrific. So
yes.
All right, so I'll move on.
I would have given it The Shape of Water, but I will say, the makeup in The Darkest Hour is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Owen Buckner is online. He's on the live chat. He says it's snowing hard in North Carolina. Yeah, it snowed today in New Jersey. Not that much though. And he asked you a question, Double Nine.
Hi.
He asked you, did you really like Shape of Water more than Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes, I think it's Guillermo del Toro's best movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So next up, best costume design. Phantom Thread is the winner. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Next one, best editing. Now, there's actually 2 winners. This was a tie between Baby Driver and Dunkirk. Those were the 2 winners. If either of those 2 win at the Oscars, I'll be very happy. So, next up, best production design. Winner, Shape of Water.
That's gonna be my new shtick. Every time you say the winner, I'm gonna clap.
All right, next up, best cinematography. Blade Runner 2049 is the winner. Very happy about that. That's my pick for best cinematography. So, all right, next up, Double 9. You're gonna be very happy about this. Best adapted screenplay. Winner, Call Me by Your Name.
Wait, hold on. You gotta do the golf clap.
Yes.
All right. Next category, best original screenplay. Get Out. So happy. Even though my pick is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, I am happy with Get Out winning. So.
Excuse me.
You bastard.
Is that your reaction to Get Out winning?
Yeah, no, that was I was just so excited that I had to scream to the heavens.
Yes.
All right. Next one, best sci-fi / horror movie. Get Out.
Woo! Yeah! Ah!
All right, next category, best actress in a comedy. Margaret Robbie for I, Tonya.
Ooh.
What a babe.
All right, so next category, best actor in a comedy. James Franco for The Disaster Artist.
Again, what a babe.
All right, best comedy. The Big Sick.
Haven't seen it, no.
Actually, no, that was a really good movie. I'm not gonna.
It was that. honestly, it was. If it was like 15 minutes short, I would like it. I mean, as much as I already loved it. If it was like 15 minutes short, I thought it would have been perfect. But
yeah. All right. So next one, best action movie. Okay. So this is to me is, I'll just say what it is. The winner is Wonder Woman. That one, best action movie. I predicted that it would win, but my thing is there are other movies, like the 4 other movies in the category, in my opinion, were better. I'll tell you what the other 4 nominations were. War for the Planet of the Apes, Baby Driver, Thor Ragnarok, and Logan. Yes, those were the 4 other nominees. And I think Wonder Woman, I do think it's pretty good, but I thought it was the weakest out of the 5 movies in the list.
The best action movie wasn't even nominated.
Oh, John Wick 2.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to give a shit, though, because Wonder Woman's a good movie. But
yeah.
I would have rather had something else win. Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. Best animated movie. The rightful winner, Coco. All right. Yeah, I'm really happy it won. Best director, Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water.
I honestly, I will say this. I didn't think he was going to be. I'll go into it a little bit later.
All right. Best acting ensemble, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Yeah, that's a great pick. Okay. Best young actor / actress, Brooklyn Prince for The Florida Project.
Should have went to Daphne King, but whatever.
Yeah, Daphne King. Honestly, I would have been really happy for what's his face, Tremblay, Jacob Tremblay.
Oh, okay. All right, next one. Best supporting actress, Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Best supporting actor, Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside.
Yes!
Hopefully that means he'll win the Oscar.
Hopefully.
All right, so the last 3 categories.
Honestly,
what?
The Oscars have surprised us before.
That's true. All right, so next one. Best actress, Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Best actor, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. And the last but certainly not least category is the winner is Best Picture is The Shape of Water. Yeah. So that is your winners for the Creative Choice Awards. Actually, overall pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with these winners. So yeah, I'll tell you one thing I'm very surprised at, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed this. Not one award for Lady Bird.
Man, yeah, that's surprising, actually.
Considering that this is the Critics' Choice Awards, and this was a movie that got like 100% for like the longest time, and like over like 200 reviews, I think, and then like critics
Paddington
like
2 also has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know, but I'm talking about Lady Bird being like I thought that was gonna be like a favorite at like in the award show, but in this one it didn't even win one damn thing, which is really surprising.
Yes.
So, all right, so that's my end of my first topic. The second Danny Russman says, "I'm glad Lady Bird didn't get anything." Damn. All right, so
bastard. No, okay.
My second topic is a very short movie review of a movie I saw today. Now, this is not a new movie. This is a movie that came out in 2003.
Oh, shit.
And the movie is called Polytechnique. Now, Polytechnique is based off a true story that took place in 1999. It takes place in Montreal, Canada, if I'm not mistaken. It takes place in Canada. And there was a shooting in the high school, which like over 16 or 17 people were killed. Now, the serial killer went after the shooter went after women because he hated feminists and stuff. And the movie is about this tragic event, and it's directed by Denis Villeneuve. So this is like one of his earlier films. I saw it today. It's on Hulu Plus, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. If you were to ask me, I don't think it's as good as like Prisoner, Sicario, Arrival, Blade Runner, or anything like that. I do like it more than Enemy though. And it is also on YouTube. So if you don't have Hulu, you can watch it on YouTube as well. Last time I checked. So it is pretty good. So for fans of Denis Villeneuve who want to see his earlier stuff, you can see Polytechnique. It is definitely a good one. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
He is from Canada.
All right. So the next choice, Owen Buckner asked, wait, what's it called? It's called Polytechnique. I'll write it in the live chat too.
Yeah.
And it is on YouTube and Hulu, like I said. But yeah, that's the name of the movie. And it's actually pretty good. So, all right. So my next topic. Actually, I'm sorry. I have 5, so I have 3 more. And actually, Double Nine, one of my other ones is actually one of your topics. So I'll do that one last. So, okay. So my next topic is pretty good news regarding the movie The Dark Knight. Now, all 3 of us are huge fans of The Dark Knight. There's no surprise there. So, because it's been 10 years since the
Best
release.
movie ever made.
Because it's been 10 years since the release date. Well, not quite 10 years. In July, it'll be 10 years. But it's reaching its 10-year anniversary. So what they're going to do is re-release it in theaters. Now, they're going to re-release it in theaters next month, actually. And only a select few. Actually, if you're in the East Coast, you'll be lucky because it'll be playing in a theater near you. Now, I don't know if it'll be playing in every theater in the East Coast, but there will be some theaters that will be playing The Dark Knight for its 10th anniversary. Now, some of you might be asking, why is it not playing in July? Because in July, it'll be officially the 10th year anniversary. Well, according to an article I read, they were afraid that because it's a summer movie season, and generally speaking, that's like when the big blockbusters come out and everything, they were afraid that, The Dark Knight being released would, they just didn't think many people would watch it. But if you ask me, if it came out in July, like I'd be really happy and be watching it, no matter how many movies are in the theater. So. But at least it's coming out again, so I am very happy about that. I've only seen it once in the theater because it came out when I was in 6th grade, so I didn't really get to go to the movies that much, and I wasn't able to drive there alone. But if it does come out in the theaters near me, I will definitely watch it. I'll probably try to watch it in IMAX too because I can't imagine how that film is in IMAX. So, are you guys excited about that?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely try and see it in theaters because I never got to see it in theaters actually. So
yeah,
definitely gonna try.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, so that's the end of that. My next topic is regarding the new Quentin Tarantino film. Now, it has been confirmed that Leonardo DiCaprio will officially star in the movie. Now, in terms of what role he will play, that is unknown. That is not clear. But he's doing another collaboration with Quentin Tarantino, and that alone is just fantastic. What do you guys think?
Epic. I can't wait. Apparently, this movie is going to involve Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lawrence, even Al Pacino might be in this. So they got like an A+ cast here.
Yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson. Like all those other actors, I heard that Tarantino wants them. It hasn't been like officially confirmed they'll be in it, so we'll see. But if oh yeah, and Brad Pitt too. So if it's all those actors and actresses, like the cast is like
this
perfect.
is gonna be high on my most anticipated list. You know, already because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, but with like all these mega stars, dude.
And the story too, because it sounds interesting. I mean, like
exactly.
Because apparently Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, I don't know. This is what I read in an article that he'll be playing one of the agents in the movie. Like, there's this because the movie's basically about, from what I heard, it's not really about Charles Manson. I mean, that's part of the movie, but there's like two actors who are trying to rise up in the movie business, and I think they said Leonardo DiCaprio will play one of those two guys. Again, I don't know if that's really like confirmed yet because not even Tarantino himself has said anything regarding his new movies. So I'm just gonna wait to see what he says about anything and all that kind of stuff. So, what do you think, Andrew?
No. If that's the cast, or at least some of the people, I mean, I'm excited enough as it is. But you had Leonardo DiCaprio, who is easily one of my favorite actors ever. Not even working today, just ever. And you know, with Brad Pitt, who all is also really good, and just everybody else that was named. Even if there are people who he wants and they won't, they won't get the nomination. I still really love to see it, and it's easily my most anticipated of 2019, just for the fact that it's a Tarantino movie. But you add that cast, and it gets me even more excited.
Yeah. All right. Danny Zygon says, "Okay, I am loving this cast." Yeah. So far, the cast. Well, it's like I said, the only one really confirmed is Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that's a definite. So the other ones we mentioned is apparently ones Tarantino wants, and it would be really awesome if they're confirmed. I mean, I guess as time goes on, we'll see who else is officially in the movie and stuff. So. And Owen Buckner says, I want Javier Bardem in a Tarantino movie. I agree. I think he'd be awesome in a Tarantino movie.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say about that. And my last topic, now this is one of your topics, 09, so you can join me.
Hello.
This is regarding X-Men and their new movie release dates. Now, Now, there's good news and bad news. So we'll start with the good news first. Now, the good news is we'll be getting Deadpool 2 sooner than we expect. We'll be getting it on May 18th now.
Yes.
It'll be a week before the release of Han Solo.
Yes.
So, so May's going to be pretty stacked. So we have Avengers, the new Avengers movie. You have Deadpool 2 now and Han Solo. So with those three movies alone, May just looks like it's going to be stacked with blockbusters. And I'm very excited that's coming out a little earlier. I mean, the earlier we get it, the better, I think, because I'm very much anticipating Deadpool 2. So that's exciting. What do you got to say about that, 09?
Oh, I can't wait for that. You know, I think it's a little. I think it will just because May is now a little too stacked. I like the fact that it was coming out in June because it was like, you know, it starts off June, the month of June, you know, and not too much was coming out that in that week of June. Yeah. But, like, come off the heels 2 weeks after Avengers, Infinity War, and then the next week it's Solo, Star Wars story. You know, but, you know, it's cool that we're getting the movie a little bit earlier.
True. Yeah, and I'm like, even more excited to see it. Like, I don't want to say it builds up my anticipation more, but the fact that we're getting it sooner kind of makes me a little more excited, if that makes sense. Okay, and the next one is the bad news, unfortunately. This is regarding X-Men: The New Mutants. It's been delayed.
Womp womp.
It's been delayed till next year. It's been delayed until February 2019. So apparently the reason why. Now this is what kind of has me concerned. Is because the studio said it was not scary enough. So they're gonna try to make it scarier. I don't know how. So I have a couple of things I have in mind. So the first thing I want to say is that, for one, I don't know why they got to push until next year. You know what I mean? Like, why can't they just do it a couple months? Like, at least, like, maybe around Halloween. So they usually release a fucking shitty horror film.
Can you give me a minute?
Yeah. Usually I usually they release a shitty Halloween movie around Halloween time. You get like a Saw movie, a Jason movie, whatever. But I feel like if they were to release this movie on Halloween, it'd be appropriate. I mean, it is a horror movie after all. And I don't know exactly how to feel about the studio saying it's not scary enough. Does that mean there's not enough jump scares? Because a lot of people confuse jump scares with it being scary, and jump scares are not scary. They're just a matter of reflexes. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'm definitely down for a movie being delayed if they want to make it better, but this is not the director saying it. It's a studio saying it. So does this mean that the movie will be another example of a studio, controlling the movie or something? I don't know. But all I know is that this was on my top 10 most anticipated of the year. Now it's not coming out this year, so yeah, I can't anticipate it for 2018 anymore. It's coming out in like fucking over a year from now. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the first trailer I really enjoyed. I loved the first trailer.
Yeah, the trailer. Yeah, it was so intriguing and it looked really cool.
Yeah, and I was super excited for it, and now I have to wait a year. That worries me a lot.
Where are we? What are we doing?
Oh no, I just said what I had to say about the New Mutants. So anything you want to say?
Yeah,
about
it's bullshit. That the fact that they posted a whole year. I mean, why couldn't you? Here's what you could have done. Why couldn't you have just pushed the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie to that date, to the date that the New Mutants is now coming out, and just push New Mutants to that date that originally that X-Men Dark Phoenix was supposed to come out?
Yeah, and like here's what I was saying. What I was saying was that I'm a little concerned because look, if the movie's delayed to try to be better, I'm fine with that. But the thing is, like, the studio said that the movie wasn't scary enough. So does that mean that to them there's not enough jump scares, that they want it to be a typical horror film? Like, that's not good. Like, that's the thing. And we gotta wait like in February. Like, I would have wanted it by like Halloween, maybe by Halloween or maybe even the summer or something. But I think just 12 months from now is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it sucks, but whatever. What can you do? So, like, because it was on my top 10 most anticipated of the year.
Mine too.
So if you want to know what would replace that, I guess, probably Damien Chazelle's new movie, First Man.
So. Find out what we replace that for me would probably be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, probably.
Okay, yeah, that was already on my list. So
yeah.
Hopefully that's not pushed back to next year either. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Unless you want to add anything else, Double Nine, about the whole X-Men thing.
No, I'm really disappointed because I was really looking forward to this movie. It would seem like it was going to be a very unique and different superhero movie, but now that I've got to wait another whole year for it, that sucks.
Yeah, and over a year too, because it's coming out next February. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, Double Nine. So, what are your topics for today, for movies?
So what I got a couple things. I got 3 other topics. That was one. Well, 4. That was one of them. Now here are the other 3. A Black Widow movie is apparently in development right now.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Which I'm very happy about because now I don't know if it's confirmed necessarily yet, but apparently that it might be actually we might actually get a Black Widow movie, which I wanted for a while because I do think Black Widow is a character that could hold her own movie. You know what I mean? Like, I do think she is a character that can hold her own film. And Scarlett Johansson is great as the character, so I do think they could do a very good job with her own film, and hopefully it's really good, and they get a good director behind it. Next topic is Tom Holland might appear in the Venom movie.
I'm actually intrigued to hear about this because I didn't even read the article. I just saw that headline. I'm like, wait, what? So
apparently Tom Holland has been spotted at the set of the Venom movie for the past couple days.
Oh, okay.
So some people are wondering, is he actually going to appear in the Venom movie? I hope this happens because, I know Sony wants to try and do their own thing with the Spider-Man characters, and that's fine and whatever. I'm looking forward to Venom a lot, actually. I know some people are really kind of concerned about it and whatever. But I'm actually really looking forward to. I don't know about you, Diego or Andrew. I don't know if you guys are really looking forward to it.
I am not as excited as I should be, and I don't know why. Like, you have Tom Hardy, who is one of my favorite actors working today, and you have a Venom movie that's going to be rated R. It all sounds like good, but I don't know. I don't. It's Sony, I think. It's just, I don't know. It's just, the brand Sony and their bullshit just makes me not as excited as I should be, I guess. But maybe if I see a trailer, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm anticipating this like crazy. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of 50-50. So.
But I think this would be cool to see Tom Holland Spider-Man in the Venom movie and everything. So yeah, hopefully that does happen because I do want Tom Holland to face off with Tom Hardy's Venom. So yeah.
Wait, so now is like Tom Holland going to be like a major, like Spider-Man going to be a major character in the Venom movie, or is this just like a cameo or like?
I would guess maybe this would just be a cameo or something.
Yeah, because they just said he was just spotted in a set, so that nothing like really is confirmed. So.
Okay, because I mean I'm not 50-50 on it. I'm more like 60-40 on it, to be honest. 60 like being like the 60% excited for it, but 60% kind of like, But because I mean it is Sony, and I do agree with Diego where it's like Tom Hardy's a great actor, Venom is cool, and for me personally, Carnage is gonna be in the movie. And I think Carnage. I read one thing that Carnage was going to be in the movie, but I haven't really heard anything since. So I don't know. But Carnage is my favorite. One of my favorite villains in just comic book history. But like my favorite Marvel villain is Carnage. I love Carnage to death, and I've been wanting forever to see Carnage on the big screen. So I'm excited for that, but then again, it is Sony. I'm worried, are they going to do justice to the Venom movie? Or the Venom character? Are they going to do justice to the Carnage character?
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm keeping an open mind with this, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it for that topic. And my last one is a pretty big one that I wanted to discuss for a while, but I wanted to wait until the list was all finished and everything, and now it's finally done, so I could talk about it. And that's Collider's top 50 superhero movies of all time.
I know what you're talking about, my boy.
Now this list has gotten some controversy.
I don't give a shit. 1 and 2 are exactly where they should be. I don't give a fuck about the rest of the list.
But because of some certain movies being higher than each other and some predictability, I guess. So, but I'm gonna get into it. Diego has not heard any of the choices from the list, so this is gonna be
number one choice. I don't know anything else. That's
number 2 is also fantastic.
Okay, so here we go. You guys ready?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into detail about every single choice, but I will talk about briefly of like. Yeah, whatever. Since it is 50, so here we go. All right.
I know what they are.
So the Collider's top 50 superhero movies. Number 50, The Amazing Spider-Man.
All right, we're doing 50 movies, so I guess sure.
Yeah. I'll say this: there's a lot of movies on there where I'm like, I mean, there's 50 superhero movies. You gotta they're all right, but.
All right, 49, Power Rangers.
I actually like Amazing Spider-Man more than Power Rangers, but that's just me.
I'm actually really glad that this is on the list and they actually count it as a superhero movie.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with you, Double Nine, on that.
48. Now I actually have to make this clear. This list was finalized before Thor Ragnarok came out. So that's why
Justice League.
Justice League.
I don't know if Justice League would have made the list though. Maybe.
So that's why those two movies are not on this list, because this was finalized before those two movies came out. So before there's any confusion. All right. Okay. 48, Thor: The Dark World.
All right.
47, Dread.
That should be higher. A lot higher. That's a really good movie.
46, Iron Man 3.
Okay, yeah, higher than Dread. Yeah, I don't. Not in my opinion, but
45, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original one.
oh, okay, all right.
44, The Incredible Hulk.
Wow, I'm surprised it's that low. Okay.
43, this was the first time I lost my mind during this. Man of Steel.
Yeah, I think that should be higher.
42, Watchmen.
That should be higher. Oh my, that's a really good movie.
41, oh! This should be in the top 2. The Crow.
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but that should be way higher.
That should at least be top 15. At least
Yeah,
top 15.
yeah, at least.
That has the greatest Superman. You know what? I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to just move on. Number 40, Hellboy.
That shit. Yeah, okay. All right, you know what? You can just keep going on the list because, like, on the list.
Oh, this.
Number 39, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Number 38, Blade.
All right, yeah, that's a good one.
Number 37, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, underrated one. Underrated movie.
36, The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, fuck you. That should be in the top 5. 36, my ass.
Number 35, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
That's a good, yeah, the Hellboy movies are pretty good, actually. I like the Hellboy movies a lot.
Guillermo del Toro.
No. Number 34, Blade 2.
That's a really fun sequel. That's also like Guillermo del Toro.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's also a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Number 33, Avengers Age of Ultron.
I don't get how that's higher than Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry.
I don't get how that's higher than, Doctor Strange or Guardians 2, but
or the Crow.
Or either Hellboy movies. But,
yeah.
32, Batman Returns.
Over Dark Knight.
See, that's another one that should be lower.
Yeah.
Number 31, V for Vendetta.
That should be
higher. That's a great movie. It's an underappreciated DC film. That's actually my favorite DC film outside of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Where's Road to Perdition?
30, the Lego Batman movie.
I'm glad they actually counted that. So, but it should be higher.
Number 29, The Rocketeer.
Never. What is that? Never even heard of it.
It was a Disney.
The Rocketeer is fucking fantastic.
It's a really great movie. I'm actually glad they included it on this list.
I never even heard of that movie. So
it's a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's a Disney.
Or at least Disney owns it.
Number 28, Big Hero 6.
Great movie. Yeah, awesome movie.
Number 27, Thor.
Okay.
26, Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
Number 25, Ant-Man.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised it's that high. Number 24, Chronicle.
Yeah, really good movie. I actually really like Chronicle.
23, X-Men.
Okay. Yeah,
the original.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Number 22, a movie that I think should be a lot higher, Spider-Man, the original.
What number is this? I'm sorry.
22.
Okay. All right, yeah, no, Spider-Man, yeah.
That to me is actually the best superhero origin movie. I like that slightly more than Batman Begins, honestly.
Well, actually, that Batman Begins is my favorite origin.
Well, I can't blame you for that. Number 21, Superman 2.
They just say the regular or the director?
I think it's the regular version. I'm not too sure.
Okay. All right.
Number 20, Kick-Ass.
I love that pick. Awesome movie.
Number 19, X-Men First Class.
Awesome movie. I don't know why that movie gets hate. I don't know why.
Number 18, Batman 1989.
Oh, okay. Actually, that was really good. I'm not going to lie. I like that one a lot.
Number 17, X-Men Days of Future Past.
Fantastic movie.
16, Unbreakable.
Great. Wow, love that movie. Yeah, great choice.
15, a movie that I think should be in the top 5, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. That was really good. That's my favorite Spider-Man movie to this day.
Number 14, Batman Begins.
I put it in the top 5, but it's okay.
Number 13, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I wouldn't put that over Batman Begins.
Number 12, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah. Great movie.
That would be top 10 for me, but
11, Deadpool.
Awesome.
10, X-Men 2, X-Men United.
Yeah, I do like that movie a lot, but I think Days of Future Past is the best one, in my opinion.
Same here. Number 9, Iron Man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, great. Great origin movie.
Number 8, this is the one that everyone lost their mind over, but not in a good way. Wonder Woman.
Okay, I know there are people who would say that should be in the top 10, but there are a lot of movies you mentioned that, in my opinion, are much better than Wonder Woman.
Same here. Yeah.
A lot of the movies you mentioned. So.
Number 7, The Incredibles.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome.
Number 6, Superman the movie.
That is a good movie. I just don't know if I would put it that high.
I get why they put it this high. It was a very important movie to the comic book genre, so I can understand why they put it this high on the list. Number 5, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay, yeah, not going to argue that.
Number 4, The Avengers.
Okay.
Number 3, Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
Number 2, Logan.
Awesome. Yeah, love it. Love it. Love it.
And number 1, of course, The Dark Knight.
Yeah, for the rightful winner.
So, overall as a list, I'm very mixed on it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the movies you mentioned, they're fantastic, but some movies should be, for me, should be higher than
It's the ranking of it. That's what it is. Like, you're not denying that a lot of these movies are great. It's just the ranking of these.
I will defend Collider a little bit. I mean, it wasn't like solely one person's list. It was like a group effort. So, obviously everyone's gonna have different opinions. And I do watch a lot of the videos, and there are some of them that are like, oh, this should be higher, this should be lower. Like, So I mean, it wasn't like one sole person deciding 50 movies. It was a group effort, and they I forget how they did it. Someone explained to me how they did it, but like it was a group effort, and obviously one person is gonna like. I'll use Wonder Woman as an example. One person who's on the Collider crew is gonna like Wonder Woman more than some.
Yeah.
I just the one that pissed me off the most was Dark Knight Rises at 36. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little.
Mine was The Crow at number 41. What was that bullshit?
I'm not like too annoyed by it because, like I said, it is like a group effort. So like one person may not necessarily like The Crow as much as U99 or whatnot. So. I mean, we all got our opinions. I'm just respecting their opinion. That's all. I mean, yeah, we can hate on the list all we want. It's their list. It's not my list. So, if I really wanted to, if I can do top 50 and make my own list and change that, I'll make my own list. But I'm just happy 1 is The Dark Knight and 2 is Logan.
The top 2 is perfect.
Yeah, I can't argue that top 2.
Honestly, for me, the top 2 makes up for some of the other stuff in the list.
Yeah.
Things I'm happy about with that list. For one, they include Power Rangers, which I'm glad they did. 2, I just I'm also glad they included The Rocketeer because a lot of people don't really think of that as a superhero movie, so I'm glad that they counted that as well. Also, I was really happy to see the Lego Batman movie get a nod in there too, so that was cool.
Yeah.
I think if Thor Ragnarok if they made this after that came out, I think that would have been like maybe like in the 20s. I think that would have been.
Yeah.
If it worked, I think it would. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I don't think Justice League would have made the list, to be honest.
I think it would have been the bottom if it did.
No, I mean, because see, Batman v Superman just got an honorable mention. So.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's their list of top 50 superhero movies. I heard they're gonna do more lists like these with maybe the horror films or action movies. So that should be quite interesting to see if they.
I honestly really hope so, because honestly I really had a lot of fun with how they did it.
Same here. So hopefully they do more of these. So yeah.
And the videos, just the video format, a bunch of people talking, discussing it, where, it was interesting seeing people being like, oh, I thought this was exactly where it should have been, or I don't think this should have been on the list, or I think this should have been lower, I think this should have been higher, whatever it was. I thought that was very interesting, seeing different people talk about superhero movies, because pretty much everybody had something different to say about it, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, that was it. That's it for my movie topics.
All right, Andrew, what are your movie topics?
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
So,
give me uno momento.
Uno momento.
I'm looking in the wrong place. Oops. Alrighty, duddy. Sorry for the delay.
Jerome's also online. He's talking about the Frozen treatment, because a lot of the movies you mentioned, Double Nine, get the Frozen treatment. The movie that everyone loves, and then out of nowhere, people just hate.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do a couple movie reviews, just a couple, only two to be exact. Today, the first one I'm gonna do is my review of All the Money in the World. Right? Let me start over. All the Money in the World, which is directed by Ridley Scott, and is about John Paul Getty, his grandson, getting kidnapped. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding this film. So, surrounding this film, why the fuck can't I speak?
English is not your strongest suit.
It really isn't. It really fucking isn't. But no, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this film. I won't go into that, because I'm sure everybody knows it by now. No need to fucking say it again. But I'm very interested because, I love Ridley Scott. And, just because, Christopher Plummer doing this in 9 days, I was very curious to see how he could do, especially after him getting a Golden Globe nomination. I thought that was very interesting. So, I will say this. It's definitely an Oscar bait movie. It's I'll say that, but again, it wasn't a bad movie like with Molly's Game or I, Tonya. I don't see myself seeing it again, but I will say this: Christopher Plummer, he's a legend for a fucking reason. He is fantastic in this. He truly is. And I honestly really hope he gets an Oscar nomination for this, because he was really fucking good in this. And coupled with the fact that he did this in 9 days. It was great. I'm really happy that that he ended up being the one who got the part. I am kind of curious to see how Kevin Spacey would have done.
Yeah, me too.
But I will say this: I wouldn't want anybody else to have done it rather than Christopher Plummer, because he was John Paul Getty. And I will say this: the grandson also really, really good. But what it suffers from is its pacing and its runtime. And that's that really suffers a lot, because there was a lot of it where I was bored through, and I'm like, all right, let's just get Christopher Plummer back on the screen, because every time Christopher Plummer was on the screen, I was hooked into the movie. I was so invested when he was on the screen, but when he wasn't, I just didn't really care all that much. I mean, Michelle Williams does fine, but other than that, nah. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, so it's just a good movie, not a great one.
Yeah, I would say that it's an okay movie with a great performance in Christopher Plummer. a fine performance by Michelle Williams and a good performance by whoever played the grandson.
Do you think Christopher Plummer should be nominated?
Oh, would I personally nominate him? No. But I wouldn't be mad if he does.
Okay.
Next one I am going to review is Spielberg's latest effort, The Post.
The Post.
Again, this is a movie where I thought was just fine. But it has some really good performances with Streep and Hanks. Would I be mad if they got nominated? Not necessarily, but I'm like, there are better people to nominate. And I'll get that, go into that a little bit next week. But, yeah. This isn't Spielberg's best movie, by far, but it isn't a bad one. I do prefer a lot of his other movies over this. One that comes to mind is Bridge of Spies. But then again, it's not a terrible movie. Again, I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And my final one is one that I was actually very interested in seeing because it became kind of like an early Oscar, I guess contender. And it is by A24, and I was very interested to see how I would feel because, I don't know, it just looked like an Oscar bait movie to me. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. And I will say this, and by the way, I'm reviewing The Florida Project.
Hello.
It would be nice if I mentioned the name of the movie I'm reviewing. But I'll say this. I would say for like the first 30 minutes, I was loving this movie, to be honest. But it kind of goes downhill from there for me. And, but I will say this. Before I get into my negatives, Willem Dafoe, fantastic in this movie. He absolutely blew me away in this movie. And I think a lot of it has to do with how relatable his character is. His character is so relatable. He plays a motel manager. And just how he has to deal with people and the way he deals with people, I can very much relate to it. Because, people can be shitty. And, he has to deal with shitty people all the time. And I could 100% relate to that. Because I deal with shitty people all the time. But, he's really good. Again, would I nominate him? Not necessarily. But would I be mad at him? No. He's probably... out of the supporting performances, he's number 6. So he would be the 6th one. So if, for argument's sake, if there were six people got nominated instead of 5, he would get nominated. Also really good in this movie is Brooklyn Prince. She does great. I mean, she's charming at times, but she's annoying at times, but that's just how her character is. But she's actually very charming at times, very funny. And, I really, really liked seeing her performance. And it was great considering she's a 7-year-old and she gives out this great performance.
Mm.
All right. And, there's 2 major, things. The way I guess the story is constructed is where I have a problem with because it kind of I don't want to say it jumps all over the place, but there isn't one, I guess, overarching story, and that kind of takes me out of the movie a little bit because one thing happens and then another thing, and it's kind of jumping around to different things, and it's kind of very quickly. And I'm not saying it's hard to keep up with the movie or understand what's going on, but I mean it just kind of took me out of the movie a little bit. It just made me less invested into the movie. And also Brooklyn Prince's character, her name is Monet, and her mom, I don't know who plays the mom. This is her. I looked it up. This is her first performance. I didn't think it was all that spectacular. I guess you could say. I hated the way the character was written. I just hated it. She is definitely a terrible influence on her daughter, and you could see it through her daughter. Her daughter does things that she says things that you shouldn't really be saying as 7-year-old, and you do things that you really shouldn't be doing at 7 years old. And a lot of that has to do with her mother. And I hate how the character, how it's written, because the mother is not a good person. She fucking tries scamming people. She's, and I don't want to use this word, but for lack of a better term, she's ratchet. And I don't want to fucking say that word. I mean, I don't want to throw that around, because who might have fucking used that word? But, yeah.
I heard that complaint that the mom in the movie was like the worst character, that she was really awful.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Because all right, so not to spoil the movie. I'm just kind of explain something real quick. She does something in the movie. So they live at this motel, and she doesn't have a job, and she has to find a way to get her money, or else she'll kick back. Well, she scams people, and there's a certain thing that she does that scams she doesn't really scam somebody, but she steals something and goes to sell it off to somebody else. And there's a question, well, how did she get it? She may or may not have, didn't, but she may or may not have, prostituted or solicited her body for sexual favors for money. And Willem Dafoe's character goes, all right, every person that comes to visit you has to sign in, and she makes this whole big to-do about it and overreacts, and I hated it. And I go, no, you're being a shithead. I feel like the movie made me try to sympathize with her. And I just couldn't, because she was such a terrible character, and she was awful, and she was easily my least favorite thing. And the performance wasn't bad. I mean, she did fine for what she was given with. But, there's a lot of times the line delivery was just awful. Just awful. And it was cringeworthy, and every time the mom was on the screen, it took me out of the movie. And if they just had dealt with that a little bit better, I would have enjoyed the movie better. So that is my biggest complaint. And I also don't like the ending. I don't like the way the movie ends, because it kind of feels abrupt. It just really, to me, I can understand why people love this movie. I can understand why people think it's great. But to me, I just didn't think it was all that special. Is it a bad movie? No, it's not. Brooklyn Prince is great in it, and so is Willem Dafoe. I give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
It could have easily been 8.5, maybe 9 if the mom they dealt with the mom better. Okie dokie. All right. So what are you laughing at, boy?
Okie dokie.
Okay. So let me get my notes on my computer here. And all right. So the Oscar nominations come out next Tuesday. So I want to see if I could predict what I think is going to get nominated. Now, this is not necessarily what I will nominate or would have nominate or what I want to nominate.
For what categories are you doing this for?
I'm doing the main ones. Picture. I'm doing the performance ones, director, and both of the screenplays.
Okay.
And I'm not going to really explain or go in depth to why I chose these. I'm just going to quickly. All right, so for Best Picture, I mean, I know that it should be 10 all the time, but sometimes they have 7, sometimes they have 9, sometimes they have 10. But I just basically chose the 10 movies that I think, the 10 movies that I think will get nominated. So not necessarily all these movies are probably not going to get nominated, but these are the ones that the 10 movies that I think have the best chance of getting nominated. So, For Best Picture, I have Lady Bird, Call Me by Your Name, The Florida Project, Shape of Water, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, I, Tonya, The Post, and I needed a 10th one, and, sometimes the Oscars surprise us, so I said, fuck it. I think Get Out has a pretty decent chance of getting nominated.
Yeah, I think so too. Simply because for like every other award show, like the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice Awards, and every other award show, Get Out's been nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
So I think that might seal the deal for it.
So, and because I had to choose 10, I'm not saying all 10 of these are going to get nominated. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right on the money, or do you think I'm fucking I'm far off?
I think you're pretty good on that, honestly. I think I see.
Yeah, just like you said, probably not 10 movies, but I mean, for the most part, it's a pretty good list.
If I were to take a couple out, I don't think Get Out. I mean, if anything, I don't really see Get Out getting nominated. But I'm saying if there were 10 movies to get nominated, a set 10 Get Out would get nominated. I also really don't know if The Darkest Hour, I, Tonya, or The Post are going to get nominated. Same thing goes with The Florida Project. Anyway, Best Director is my next one, and I think these 5 are going to get nominated: Christopher Nolan, Del Toro, Martin McDonagh, Greta Gerwig, and I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to butcher the fuck out of it, but the director of Call Me by Your Name. I think those 5 will get nominated. Again, what do you think of these 5? Do you think these 5 are going to get nominated? Or?
Did you, who was the first guy you said again? I heard the other nominees.
Christopher Nolan, Del Toro, Martin McDonagh, Greta Gerwig, and the director from Call Me by Your Name.
That sounds pretty accurate. I'm really hoping Nolan gets a nomination. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I think the only way I could see myself being inaccurate is if I could see them nominating Jordan Peele.
Yeah. All right, wait, just hold on. I'm sorry, just one second. Is someone's feedback? Do you hear any feedback, anyone?
It's probably your laptop. Didn't you tell me whenever your laptop makes like a giant noise, when we were chatting, remember you told me that your laptop sometimes it makes a loud noise.
All right.
Probably what it is.
If you guys hear anything, still just
I hear something right now. I just been kind of ignoring it though.
All right, just let me know if you hear it again or if you're hearing it now.
Wait, can you say something again?
Hi.
That's good now.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So, yeah, I think, if anything, Jordan Peele might get the nomination over Gerwig, but I'm pretty fairly confident that these 5 are going to get nominated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one is Best Actor. The 5 I have right here written down are Gary Oldman, Timothée Chalamet, James Franco, Tom Hanks, and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, but that's pretty...
Because of the allegation against James Franco, I wouldn't be surprised if Disaster Artist gets nothing.
Yeah.
But, the thing is, I don't really see anybody replacing him, and it's not like... I really want him to get nominated. I think his...
I want him to win. He's my choice to win. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if the Oscars are like, oh, no, we can't offend people, and then they're not going to nominate James Franco or even a movie.
But, yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. But, so let's say James Franco, everybody but Franco gets nominated.
Okay.
Who do you see getting nominated over?
Okay, so you said Gary Oldman, the guy from Call Me by Your Name. Who were the other 2 again?
Tom Hanks and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a curveball, but maybe Daniel Kaluuya.
No, Denzel Washington for Roman J, whatever, because he was nominated.
I mean, I didn't see that, so I don't know.
No, I haven't seen it either. I'm just saying because another award show nominated him.
I would love Daniel Kaluuya. I mean, I know. I mean, Robert Pattinson got some Oscar buzz, but I don't really see him getting.
Yeah, he should be nominated. Honestly,
he should be nominated. Honestly.
So what I plan on doing next week is, since the nominations will be out, I plan on doing what I would have personally nominated of the major categories, and I have my list already. I've been working on it, for a while now, but Yeah, no, just it's what I personally would have nominated. And if it's anything to what I think it is, my list, at least my best actor list is very different. All right.
Yeah.
So best actress, you got I got Frances McDormand, Sally Hawkins, Saoirse Ronan, Meryl Streep, and Margaret Robbie.
Very good list.
Yeah, pretty good list. I think maybe Jessica Chastain might surprise people, but because the Academy loves Streep, I think that your list is probably perfect. So
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I think. I think because I think McDormand, Hawkins, and Ronan are locks. Those are
or
the
locks.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are the three that probably out of those three, those are the three people that are going to win. Robbie's been getting a lot of awards, getting a lot of nominations, so I think she has the chances of her are pretty good. And like you said, I think it's between Streep and Chastain, so I think they're going to give it to Streep because they love blowing Streep's cock. Nothing against Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep's a fantastic.
I didn't know Meryl Streep had cock, but okay then.
The more you know. All right, now this one was pretty interesting, and you'll find out why. All right, I think the three locks for this are obviously Sam Rockwell, Willem Dafoe, and Richard Jenkins. Now, I could have gone a couple different ways with this. I think I could have, obviously have Christopher Plummer, Michael Stuhlbarg, Woody Harrelson. I could have chose, or Armie Hammer. And I thought about it, and I go, and I was originally going to include either Hammer or Stuhlbarg and put Plummer in. But the more I thought about it, I think there's a very good shot both Michael Stuhlbarg and Armie Hammer both get nominated. To be honest. So I think they're both going to get nominated, so those are the two I went with.
Cool. How about Michael Shannon for The Shape of Water?
See, I think a lot of people... Okay, so and I might be contradicting myself a little bit. I think a lot of people... he will suffer from split voting with Jenkins. And I know that kind of contradicts myself because, I have Stuhlbarg and Hammer. I just don't think... I think a lot of people are just focusing on Jenkins enough. Same thing why I don't think Woody Harrelson's going to get it. Because I think a lot of people just are focusing on... Rockwell is the one that's getting all the praise, just as Jenkins is the one that's getting the praise for his performance. While both Armie Hammer and Michael Stuhlbarg are both pretty much equally getting praise. But,
yeah.
But, I mean, there's a very good chance I'm wrong. I think... Plummer... If I am wrong, I think Plummer... potentially replaces one of them. If anybody, it might be Armie Hammer because Stuhlbarg is getting a lot of recognition. Like a lot of people are saying how
and he should because he's like the best thing about the whole freaking movie.
Yeah, and I mean, but I do think that this doesn't happen often, and I think they're just gonna do this. This is what it's my gut feeling, and I'm just going with my gut on this one.
You know who should be on the list that's not being talked about at all, unfortunately?
Yeah, Will Poulter.
Will Poulter for Detroit, yeah.
I thought he should have been one because, that seems such like an Oscar. It's a shame because Detroit's a fantastic movie. And it seemed to be forgotten about. And that's such a shame.
And that was the best performance of his career, too.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like I said, we'll kind of discuss Will Poulter maybe next week. Wink, okay. Wink. All right, best supporting actress. Octavia Spencer. I got Octavia Spencer, Laurie Metcalf, Allison Janney, Holly Hunter, and Mary J. Blige.
Sounds like the perfect DOF category. So.
Well, Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer's great. I really like Laurie Metcalf. Allison Janney's really good. Holly Hunter was really good too. And I don't know. Mary J. Blige got a couple nominations, so.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying, it seems like the Oscars category. That's the thing. They're predictable, so it's
Mm-hmm.
So watch me get every single one of these right.
Yeah.
All right. Original screenplay: Lady Bird, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, The Shape of Water, The Big Sick, and Get Out. Those are the 5 I think are probably going to get nominated.
Okay.
I would be happy with either Three Billboards or The Shape of Water winning because those are like. For what? Well, because Three Billboards has the best screenplay, and me, I'm just stuck.
It does, yeah.
And me,
I really
and with Shape of Water, I'm just stuck in the movie's dick so much. So why not?
All right, for adapted screenplay, you got Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Molly's Game, and I don't know if these two are fucking adapted or original. I just couldn't think of any two, and I said, fuck it. These are based off of true events, so there's a very good chance these could be adapted because they could have been based off a book. I could be wrong. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. If not, I deeply apologize. I don't think these two are going to win by any stretch of the imagination. But my last two was I, Tonya, and Dr. Stowler.
Okay.
But I think it's probably going to be Call Me by Your Name for this one.
All right. And that was.
All right.
I'm sorry. What was the category for that? One more time.
That was adapted screenplay.
Adapted.
That's what I got for that.
Okay.
That's all I did for because I could do animated, but I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be Coco, and I don't fucking animation was awful this year. So eat my ass.
Imagine like Boss Baby gets nominated and wins over Coco.
I fucking rage, bro. All right, so I got a very special category because.
Now this is the one I'm excited for. My most anticipated topic from you, Andrew. I'm actually excited to hear this.
What?
You better hold on to your nipples because these are my personal.
I'm holding on to them. I'm holding on to them.
I can't see right now. These are my personal top 10 biggest snubs of the last decade.
Oh Jesus!
Oh boy!
Now, I was originally going to do of all time, but it was just too hard.
We'd be here all day if we did of all time.
Yeah, we'd be too hard.
We'd be till like next week, all right? It would be like leading into like next week's episode.
I need to do like a top 50. But I decided to do with the decade, and even still, that was pretty hard because there were a lot of ones like, oh, this should have been nominated, this should have won, blah 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 blah. So I will not be doing honorable mentions because there's just so many others that I can list off. So please keep in mind that these are my personal 10s that I was most upset about.
All right.
Okay.
So if there's something on here, and I know there's going to be one in particular that may kind of be surprised that it might not be on here, but anyway, here we go.
Whoop.
Coming in at number 10. And I kind of grouped some together because I feel like they're kind of in the same reason. And this is one of them. My number 10 is Charlize Theron and Daisy Ridley not getting nominated for Best Actress back in 2015
Oh, yeah, I agree,
yeah.
100%.
And
100%. Both deserve to be.
As we speak, I do have, what was nominated and whatnot. And I do have a rule. For myself, I would have to have seen somebody, replacing it. Like them as, I could have seen them replacing somebody. So, if I did not see if I just didn't think they were, that performance was that good, to have them replace somebody, it just wasn't going to happen. So, I think, so the nominations for Best Actress that year. Brie Larson for Room, Cate Blanchett for Carol, Jennifer Lawrence for Joy, Charlotte Rampling for 45 Years, and Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn. Now, I would have personally taken out Saoirse Ronan and Jennifer Lawrence and put in Daisy Ridley and Charlize Theron.
Perfect.
And the only reason I chose those two over the other two, I have not seen 45 Years, I have not seen Carol. But Joy and Brooklyn I have seen, and, they're fine movies, but, just Charlize Theron and Daisy Ridley, they should have been nominated over them. And for the simple fact, people are talking about, how Wonder Woman's such a powerful women character. These two, I think, yes, you had Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, but I think these two kind of really broke the mold in terms of very big strong lead women actress, especially Charlize Theron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in at number 9, sticking in the year 2015. The Gift not getting a single nomination, especially for screenplay and especially for Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor with Joel Edgerton. but like pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And I've said this many times. The Gift is my favorite movie of that year, and that's saying a lot because that's a year where Mad Max Fury Road came out. You had The Martian came out, which was really good, and you had The Force Awakens and Ex Machina. And this movie it just blew me away. Not many people have it as the number one. I'm pretty much the only one that has it in their top 5, I think. But I love this movie to pieces, and I think it should have got a lot more award love.
Very underappreciated movie, for sure.
Yeah, it very is. Especially for a screenplay, because the screenplay is brilliant. And for Joel Edgerton's performance. Also, with Rebecca Hall's performance is great, and fuck's his name?
Jason Bateman.
Yeah, he is fantastic. But as I said, I don't really see Jason Bateman replacing any of the other nominees for Best Actor. But for Best Supporting Actor, you got Mark Rylance, Christian Bale, Tom Hardy, Mark Ruffalo, Sylvester Stallone. I personally will replace Joel Edgerton with Christian Bale. That's just me.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, The Gift should have got a nomination, a couple, but didn't get a single nomination. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
This one is number 8. Rosamund Pike not winning Best Actress.
That's a big one. I can't believe she did not win. She was incredible in Gone Girl.
And trust me, I love Julianne Moore. She was fantastic in Still Atlas, but Rosamund Pike, bro, she was on another level in that movie, and she should have won. She was. I felt like she should have. She was the person to beat that year, and obviously Julianne Moore took it, but Rosamund Pike.
Can I? I'm sorry. I was gonna say that. Gone Girl, I feel like that movie was just snubbed completely. That was the only nomination it was up for. Not the screenplay, not the movie, David Fincher, like nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Affleck 2 was really good, but that year was kind of a stacked year for Best Actor. But we'll get to the Best Actor category in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. If you could kind of remember what that year. All right, number 7. It's a big one. I mean, these are all pretty big ones, but this is a big one. How to Train Your Dragon 2 not winning Best Animated Feature.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on that. Like, you can explain though.
Okay. I will explain something real quick. Spoiler alert. Let me fucking I'm trying to. I went past too much. Hold on, give me a second, so I can have Best Animated Picture. Okay. So I do not have the Lego Movie as one of the biggest snubs. As big of a snub as it was. I don't think it's. Yes, it's a big snub, but I think these 10 are just bigger, in my opinion, just the way they affected me. And for the fact, I don't think Lego Movie should have won. These mostly, like Charlize Theron, Daisy Ridley, I think one of those two should have won. The Gift, those should have won. But, the Lego Movie, the reason I didn't include it was because I purely don't think it was going to win, because Big Hero 6 was a better movie, in my opinion, and so was How to Train Your Dragon 2. But, as I was saying, as good as Big Hero 6 was. And
I like how he said that. I like how he said, but.
But, Big Hero 6 is a great movie, and I love it. And, and Big Hero 6 is a very emotional movie, but How to Train Your Dragon is just so much more emotional, and, gets you right in the feels. And, again, that was one of the best movies of the year. It was in my top 10. Might have even been in my top. No, I wouldn't have been in my top 5 because 2014 was a fucking stacked year.
That's still the best year for movie, in my opinion, like this decade.
Yeah, no, and that's saying a lot because, 2014 was a great year for movies. And, I think, again, it just How to Train Your Dragon 2 should have won because that was truly the best animated picture of the year.
I mean, okay, here's what I have to say about that. Like, yes, I do agree with you. How to Train Your Dragon 2 should have won. Like, it was the best animated movie of the year. But, like, the winner of that category, Big Hero 6, it's still, like, a great movie. So, like, I can't, like, say, like, it's a snub for
I'm
that.
not complaining that Big Hero 6 won. I'm more complaining that How to Train Your Dragon 2 lost. Because that's how much I love it.
That's true.
You know? And I love Big Hero 6, like I said. And the reason I didn't include, because I could easily put Wreck-It Ralph not winning on this. Which, yes, that's a huge one too. But, like, the thing was, I personally think How to Train Your Dragon 2 more. And as convinced as I was that Wreck-It Ralph was going to win, I was even more convinced that How to Train Your Dragon 2 was going to win.
Now, personally, I would pick the Wreck-It Ralph more as a snub because Brave to me was just decent, and Wreck-It Ralph was like incredible. So that was like that was a snub for me.
Yeah, no, both are snubs. And like I said, I could have made a top 20 on just this decade alone. But this was not more about, for me at least, this was not more about Big Hero 6 winning over How to Train Your Dragon 2. It was just the simple fact that how great How to Train Your Dragon 2 was, it didn't win. And that's just, and it's just how I felt and how I thought. Like, just my thought process, and, you know, that, just me. Like I said, this is my personal list. Okay. Coming in at number 6, all right, this is a big one, and I know, Diego, you're gonna fucking dig this one. Drive It Like You Stole It not getting nominated for Best Song.
That is a big one. I cannot believe that
huge.
didn't.
All right,
That's a huge snub. Yeah.
And I'm looking at the Best Song category now, and I'm going to just name the songs real quick, and I will tell you kindly how I would have made this category 10 times better, in my opinion, of course. All right, so the nominees: City of Stars 1, Audition from La La Land, Can't Stop This Feeling from Trolls, The Empty Chair from Jim, the James Foley Story, also known as the Stupid Ass Sting Song. And
that song is boring. Oh my god, that song was so boring.
It's very interesting. Now, it's very interesting. I would have actually kept one of these movies, or one of these songs in this category if I were to choose them. And I'm very interested. Can you guess what song that is? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure. What?
I would actually have kept How Far I'll Go. And I'll tell you why. That's a great song. There's no doubt about it. But I would have actually switched the 2 La La Land songs with 2 other songs from La La Land, being Another Day in the Sun and Someone in the Crowd.
Okay.
Those are the 2 songs I would have nominated. I would have personally loved to see Another Day in the Sun win. I thought that should have won, but I mean, I'm not mad City of Stars won. It's obviously a great song. But I would have given I as great as Can't Stop the Feeling is, I would have honestly nominated You're Welcome from Moana. I think that's a great song.
Yeah, that is an awesome song from The Rock.
And I think it's a better song. But obviously, The Empty Chair, Drive It Like You Stole It should have been nominated.
Yeah, when Sting performed that at the Oscars, I was like falling asleep. I was like, "Oh my god!"
And I'll tell you why. Drive It Like You Stole It. Great song, very catchy. It's honestly better than most of the songs on this list. And
it's such a catchy song too. It's like
and it's such it always makes me feel good. Honestly, it always does. For real. And I said this when I watched the movie. I tweeted out, and not that anybody gives a fucking shit about my Twitter other than me, but
I do.
Okay, thank you, Double Nine. I tweeted out, if Drive It Like You Stole It does not get nominated, I will start an angry mob, because that's how angry I'll be. Well, the day of the nominations, I tweeted out, get the pitchforks ready, boys.
Let's go, boys.
But yeah, all right. Now, we're in the top 5, and I think these have been pretty huge snubs so far, but I think these next 5 are astronomically ginormous.
Okay.
Number 5 is another one I kind of lumped together. Hugh Jackman / Jake Gyllenhaal not getting nominated for Prisoners.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And
you still haven't seen it, right? Right, Double Nine?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. I kept my end up with the deal with Diego's deal with seeing The Godfather if you saw Back to the Future. Now, Double Nine, the ball is in your court.
Well, actually, in his defense, there is a movie he told me he was going to see. I'm not going to spoil it, but he told me he was going to see it, and it's a film I do want him to see. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll read off again okay, so Hugh Jackman, I would have put it in the best actor, and I'll name him now. McConaughey, Christian Bale, Bruce Dern, DiCaprio, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. I personally would have given Jackman the nomination over Christian Bale. That's just me.
Yeah, he was nominated for American. Yeah, I mean, Christian Bale was very good in American Hustle, but I will say that Hugh Jackman was better in Prison.
And Jake Gyllenhaal for supporting actor. Jared Leto. I'm not gonna say this name because I'm terrible at his English saying regular names. But the guy from Captain Phillips, I'm the captain now guy.
Yeah. Barkhad Apti or something.
Yes.
That guy. Bradley Cooper, Michael Fassbender, Jonah Hill. I would have personally, replaced Gyllenhaal with Bradley Cooper from American Hustle. But that's just me.
Yeah, or if anything, what I said was originally was Bradley Cooper should have been nominated for A Place Beyond the Pines instead because he was a lot better in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, want me to change it right now? So make Cooper A Place Beyond the Pines, Abdi for replace Gyllenhaal with Abdi.
It was a pretty stacked year for supporting actors. Like, it must have been hard.
I mean, it was honestly for both actor and supporting actor. They were both stacked. But those I think should have gotten it. All right, number 4, and I know again. Man, I can already hear the fucking people going fucking bonkers when I say this. Sylvester Stallone not winning for Creed.
Yeah, I mean, he was my choice. Even though, like I said, Mark Rylance was great for just 5 spots. He was my choice.
I'll say this. A lot of people are fucking pissed because they're like, oh, Mark Rylance was the weakest. No, I don't think Mark Rylance was the weakest choice. If anything, Mark Rylance was my second choice. If Stallone wasn't nominated and replaced with anybody else, Mark Rylance was my pick to win. So I'm not mad about that. But Stallone gives such a riveting performance, arguably the best of his career. And I just remember, again, with How to Train Your Dragon 2, I was 100% convinced that Stallone was going to win, and he didn't. And I was not mad that Rylance won. I was just, again, more like really upset that Stallone didn't win because that was his. He should have won. He really should have. Now, number 3. And I talk about this guy a lot. And, Diego knows, what I'm about to say. He's going to immediately know where I'm going with this. I think this actor is the single greatest actor to have not been nominated ever for an Oscar. He's easily one of my favorite actors ever. He gave my favorite performance of last year. That is John Goodman, not getting nominated for 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
He not only should have been nominated, he should have won. That was his award that year. And nothing against Mahershala Ali because he was fantastic. But come on. Not only is he the best supporting performance of the year, he is the best performance of the year.
I can't argue that. I mean, he was something else.
I actually tweeted this out the other day. It's a shame that he's never been nominated because easily John Goodman should be a multi-time Oscar winner. If they did it like how it should be done, he should have at least 2 Oscars. And he should have been nominated for at least 4 or 5 times.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
so.
I'm telling you, he should have won for 10 Cloverfield Lane last year, and he should have won for The Big Lebowski. Those are two of him as Walter in The Big Lebowski, one of the best performances I've ever seen. Ever. And you're telling that's spanning, decades of movies, and that's one of the best performances ever. And I would also make an argument for Jeff Bridges to win for The Dude, but that's just me.
Yeah,
that was a hard year because what's his face, Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan came out that year. It's all about preference. I personally prefer what's his face, Bridges, but I'm not here to talk about Jeff Bridges. But also, he should have been nominated for Argo.
Yeah, I would have picked him over Alan Arkin for Argo, honestly.
He should have been nominated for Barton Fink.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
There's a lot of other movies he should have been nominated. But, he's a fantastic actor. He should not have been nominated for The Flintstones. That was his award, man. And I absolutely loved his performance. It was his favorite of the year. And it's this high because he should have 100% won. Yeah. Okay, number 2. I know Diego's going to be fucking very happy about this one. Christopher Nolan not getting nominated for Inception.
Yeah. 100%.
What do I need to say? Christopher Nolan, that was, again, his award. Didn't get nominated. But again, and I could have also put here Inception not winning or getting nominated for nearly enough.
At least it won 4 Oscars, so there's that. But.
Yeah, but it should have won Best Picture. Not really, but The King's Speech should not have won. I'm just going to name the nominees alone for Best Picture that year. The King's Speech was obviously won. 127 Hours, Black Swan, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids Are Alright, The Social Network, Toy Story 3, True Grit, and Winter's Bone. Right, out of those nominees, right there, Black Swan should have easily won over it. The Fighter, Inception, Social Network, Toy Story 3, True Grit, all should have won over it. And that's not even including, and I would even argue 127 Hours, but that's not even including The Town.
The Town, which wasn't even nominated for anything besides Best Supporting Actor. So.
Yeah. King's Speech, it's a fine movie. Colin Firth is fantastic in it. But, like I said, out of the movies nominated alone, King's Speech should not have won. But, again, I'm going to name off the best directors. You got Tom Hopper for The King's Speech, Darren Aronofsky for Black Swan, David O. Russell for The Fighter, David Finch for The Social Network, Joel and Ethan Coen for True Grit. Honestly, I would replace Nolan with Tom Hopper. Honestly. That's just
Hell yeah, definitely. 100%.
Because Aronofsky, the Black Swan's fantastic. Fighter, fucking love that movie. Social Network, a great fucking movie. True Grit, awesome.
Yeah.
Inception, should have won. Yeah. Okie dokie. Smokey. The number one. The number one.
Okay, number 1. Does it involve a man?
It involves a man. Yes.
A man that has the last name of Gyllenhaal.
Yes. My number 1 is Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler.
Yep. Yeah. Amen. That is easily the number 1. Yep.
If you guys notice a theme with a lot of these, the person should have won easily, especially for my top 3. They didn't even get nominated, and that was that. Mm-hmm. It was their award that year. Jake Gyllenhaal gives easily my favorite performance of the decade. Yeah, and let me read off the Best Actor nominees of that year. And there's a lot of things I would have fixed about this, and I'll tell you exactly. Eddie Redmayne won for Theory of Everything. You got Steve Carell for Foxcatcher, Bradley Cooper for American Sniper, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game, and Michael Keaton for Birdman. Okay, let's start with here. Bradley Cooper, as great as he was in American Sniper, should not have been nominated. That easily right there. Jake Gyllenhaal should have been nominated instead. Steve Carell also should not have been in the Best Actor category. If anything, should have been Best Supporting Actor category. So this is what I would do to fix it. Move Steve Carell over to Best Supporting, replacing Robert Duvall and The Judge. Or replace him with Mark Ruffalo. But that's just me. And then I would put Jake Gyllenhaal, and I would take out Bradley Cooper and put David Oyelowo in for Selma. And, the category is a million times better. I would also replace Eddie Redmayne if I really had to. But, I wouldn't. But yeah, no, like I said, Nightcrawler, it was my second favorite movie of that year. In a year, like we've already mentioned, the best movie at least I've been alive for. Or at least since I've been a movie enthusiast. And the Nightcrawler's my... and I'll even say, Nightcrawler only got nominated for one award. It should have been nominated for a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah. It was like one of the very best movies of that year. Like, it should have...
All right, I'm going to name the Best Picture nominees. Birdman, American Sniper, Boyhood, Grand Budapest Hotel, Imitation Game, Selma, Theory of Everything, Whiplash. If my math is correct, and I was pretty goddamn good at math, that's 8 nominees. Why is Nightcrawler not nominated? Why? Could someone please explain to me? Does anybody have any rational reason why Nightcrawler was not nominated for Best Picture?
Because they're fucking retarded.
Exactly.
They could have just done 10 and just nominated Nightcrawler and Gone Girl, and there you go. You have a deal.
And
there you go.
immediately, the Oscars are a billion times better for that year. And okay, I don't love the Oscars, and I'm about to put on my camera. I don't love the Oscars. I don't think they're the end-all, be-all in acting. Yes, it is the most prestigious award, but to be honest, it means nothing to me when the Best Picture or Best Director isn't always truly the Best Picture or Director or Actor.
Oh, by the way, people, remember, we have no right to, we shouldn't be complaining about it. We shouldn't be complaining about the movies that get snubbed and whatever. That you should know the Oscars by now. Fuck off.
Okay, because,
for real.
Hold on. If you give me one hot second, I am going to pull up a very, a probably important year for me in terms of Oscars. And you'll find out why. And just one quick second. As soon as my laptop decides to load, this is me stalling time. All right, it's loading. All right. So I have, looking in front of me, the winners and nominees from the 81st Academy Awards. Does anybody know what year these were honoring? What movie year? Anybody know? Want to take a wild guess? Anybody?
2008.
Diego, you're goddamn right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why I chose the year 2008? I know Diego does.
Yeah, I know too.
We talked about it earlier.
Why?
That's
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Yeah. Okay. Dark Knight. We just discussed later on today or earlier in this podcast that is generally considered the best comic book movie of all time, or by Collider, it's generally considered by many other people the best movie. The best comic book movie of all time. It's also considered by many, many other people one of the best movies of all time. Also considered by me and Diego, and I'm sure many other people, the single best movie of all time. Now, when you think of the year 2008, what is the first movie you think of?
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Can you guys name another movie that you, if you can, off the top of your head?
Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk.
Wall-E.
I would say all pretty memorable movies, right? I would also throw Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah, Tropic Thunder. I think another one.
Kung Fu Panda.
Slumdog Millionaire. That'd be another one.
Oh yeah, the best picture, though. Yeah.
Okay. You're bringing me to my point.
Oh, Jerome just said another one. Gran Torino. Yeah, that's that. Oh,
Gran
the
Torino.
wrestler.
All right.
Darren Aronofsky's the wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would even say Benjamin Button, but that's just me. Yeah. Double Nine. How many? We said about 5 or 6 before we got to Slumdog Millionaire, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even mention Frost Nixon, which was nominated that year, Milk, or The Reader. Yes, I said Curious Case of Benjamin Button. But yeah, we named a bunch of more before I even said that one. So you're telling me that Slumdog Millionaire is the best picture and is going to be more remembered than The Dark Knight, than Iron Man, than Tropic Thunder, than The Wrestler, than WALL-E, than Kung Fu Panda,
than Gran Torino.
Tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not wrong.
Slumdog Millionaire is good and all, but honestly, it really should not have won the Best Picture.
Yeah, I am telling you, there's no movie that was better, in my opinion, ever than The Dark Knight, but especially in the year 2008.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me that The Dark Knight shouldn't be considered one of the greatest movies of all time because it did not win Best Picture. And that Slumdog Millionaire, by default, is a better movie than The Dark Knight because it won Best Picture.
Nope, absolutely not.
And yes, I do respect the Oscars to a certain extent. And I appreciate them to a certain extent, but I only respect them and appreciate them when they get it right. Like, again in 2008, when Heath Ledger won. There's no performance that year that could have won that year.
Yeah, and honestly, and can I just say this real quick? Fuck the people who say, oh yeah, he only won because he died and yada, yada, yada. Like, no, he won because his performance is one of the best performances of all time. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
he literally was the character.
And I'm about to get real I've been real, but I'm about to get real for a fucking second. But Heath Ledger's performance, it makes me who I am as a person. And that might sound fucked up because the Joker's a kind of fucked up person. But this inspires me as a person to go out and go make movies, to go out and give a performance like that. I want to make movies, and this is the performance that does that. And you're telling me that that's not a good performance, that a performance like that inspires someone like me at such a young age as I was when this movie came out, and probably many other people, that isn't a great performance, that doesn't qualify it as a great performance. You must be smoking some fucking crazy crack.
Yeah.
And not even that, The Dark Knight, it just as a whole inspires me. And you're telling me, and that's why it's my favorite movie. Yes, it's a masterpiece and all the technical stuff, but the reason it makes everything above everything else, above Ghostbusters for me, above Back to the Future, because of how much it inspires me, of the feeling that it gave me when I was an 11-year-old kid back in 2008 watching that movie. But, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight isn't a great movie because it didn't win Best Picture. But anyway, sorry for going on that little tangent. But yeah, those are my movie topics.
Okay. All right. So, wow, we did like almost an hour and 40 minutes on movies. I wasn't lying when I said we had a lot of movie topics. So, all right. So, we're going on TV now. Actually, Double Down, I think my only TV topic is a TV topic you have. So, I bet we can both join in for this one.
Who?
Okay.
You and Double Nine?
And, yeah, me and Double Nine. And this is actually really cool. Something I'm very excited about.
Yes.
So, actually, Double Nine, you want to take it away? And I guess I'll just join you.
Sure. So if you guys haven't heard, Starz is developing a John Wick series. And Keanu Reeves is actually supposed to be attached to this as well. So that's exciting. Because Starz is a good company. They actually do make some good television shows. I've seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. That's a really great show. From what I've heard, Outlander is like an outstanding show. So they do know how to make good original content. So the fact that we're going to get a John Wick series, I'm all in for it. I'm in to see the adventures of John Wick week by week. I don't know about you. How you feel, Diego?
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, I want to start off by saying this: I have not seen a single show from Stars. But it doesn't surprise me they're good because, shows like channels like HBO, Showtime, they deliver really good content. But
yes.
What makes me more excited about this is that Keanu Reeves will be returning as the John Wick character in the show. So I mean, actually, that's awesome to me. This might be a prequel, if I had to make a guess, because after the second one. For those who haven't seen the second one, I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. But the ending really leaves off on a huge cliffhanger. Makes you excited for the third one. So I have a feeling this show is going to be maybe more of a prequel. You see more of like how it all started and stuff. And I'd be so down for that, especially since Keanu Reeves is coming back. So yeah, I've been a huge fan of John Wick movies, and a TV show with Keanu Reeves. Sign me up. I am definitely excited. So.
Yes. So yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'll be watching the first episode once it happens. So yeah, that's the only TV topic I have for today.
Yeah,
same. All right, so Andrew, what are your TV topics for today?
Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just 1 second, Andrew. I'm sorry. Jerome says Diego Stars did Spartacus. Amazing show. I have not seen Spartacus. I've heard.
That's right. Oh. How can I forget their best series?
I have not seen that show yet. Look, there's a lot of shows on my radar that I want to see so bad. That is one of them, so I will get around to it eventually.
I actually, fun fact, if anybody cares, I wrote down a list of shows that I would like to complete before the end of the year, possibly. And yo, bro, it's a lot of fucking shows.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't write down a list, but I'm on a show right now, and I already know what show I'm watching next, and I know what show I'm gonna watch after that, so it's like.
Yeah, no, I have the same thing. I got a show that I am going to watch, and I'm currently in the middle of a show which I'm going to review.
Yeah.
BoJack Horseman, season 3 is what I'm going to be reviewing. Still got to see season 4. So once I finish that, I got something that I plan on watching after that. It's a whole plan. But
it's all circle.
But like I said, BoJack Horseman season 3. Now, if you caught into last week's podcast, I did seasons 1 and 2 and raved about the show. And say that it's fantastic. And again, another fantastic season. I won't really say what it's about this time because I feel like it kind of.
Yeah. Just say what was great about it because you pretty much did the summary last week. So like, just say what you like about this season and whatnot.
All right. Yeah. BoJack Horseman. Again, fantastic writing. Will Arnett again kills it as BoJack Horseman. All the characters are the same, and I will give a certain credit. I forgot to say this last week to a certain character in BoJack Horseman. And that's Mr. Peanut Butter. I did not already. I didn't originally like him, but he grew on me, and I give major props to whoever did that, or whoever just whoever kind of fixed it, because again, I thought he was annoying, but he grew on me, became funny, became charming and charismatic, and that's saying a lot because he's an animated dog, so it's saying a lot. When I could say like how charismatic he is and charming and whatnot. But again, this as great as the comedy is, so is the dramatic stuff, because there's a lot of dramatic stuff in it, and you really feel again for BoJack. And there are a couple episodes that I'm like, this wasn't really necessary. So because of that, I do give it a slight negative. And it's a slight downgrade from seasons 2 and 1, but I still give it a pretty high grade with 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's the next show I'm gonna watch after Shameless. So.
They made. It's funny because they make a lot of in this season. What I particularly like, they make a lot of I guess pop culture references in terms of movies, and I won't say it. There's a certain reference that I picked up immediately and started dying, and it was hilarious. All right, my final TV topic of the evening. I'm continuing my, I guess, Survivor escapade of marathoning all the seasons and watching all the seasons. And today, I'm reviewing one of the very, very first seasons. It was, in fact, the 5th season. That is Survivor Thailand. Now, this is very interesting this season because I originally remember not liking it. It's also remembered for being one of Jeff Probst's, the host of the show's, least favorite seasons. So, like I said, I'm going to watch the pretty bad seasons first to get those out of the way. On second viewing, I didn't hate this season. I actually quite enjoyed this season. I would actually go as far to say this is a pretty good season. Not a great season, but a good one nonetheless. I would say this is a nice middle of the pack road season. And I'll tell you why. A lot of the people don't really like the characters, but I'll just name a couple people that from that season that I really like. I really like Ted. I thought he was my favorite of the season. I just really like his personality. I thought it was great. Clay, while kind of being racist and sexist, he was just pretty funny to watch. Brian, again, kind of sexist, kind of, I guess, I can't think of the word right now, but yeah, he was kind of sexist and kind of came off as arrogant, but still very entertaining nonetheless. Gadia, while she's crazy, again, pretty entertaining. Rob, again, a very annoying person, but again, entertaining. But there is some times where the season drags. And again, even though I just said that Rob and Gadia were entertaining, I still don't like them. I thought they were. Rob was just an annoying crybaby the whole time, complaining about this, complaining about that. He pretty much reminded me of somebody that I would have went to high school with, a big jock that I would have went to high school with. No one in particular, just kind of like a stereotypical thing. You know? And Gadia was just crazy. There's an infamous controversy in the season because, they kind of snuggle up to keep warmth because they don't have anything. And Ted, who was a married man, was accused by Gadia, who's a married woman, of grinding her on her while they were sleeping at night, and him biting her ear and kind of kissing him on the neck. He denied it and said, and there was this whole big thing. And that happened. But I would give this season a solid 7 out of 10. I thought Bride, who was the winner, was a great winner. And let me see. That is all my TV topics for today.
All right, fantastic. So once again, no topics of video games today. Yeah, I know we've been slacking real bad, but it's all good. So the last section today will be music. We do have a list today, but I believe Double Nine has 2 topics prior to us doing our list that we do every week. So Double Nine, watch, take the floor. It's all yours.
Yes. Okay, so I have 2. I have 2 music topics. First, I'm gonna be kind of a Debbie Downer for a little bit for this one because this is some pretty.
I'm kidding.
This is some pretty sad news. Now I might butcher this name a little bit, but Dollars or Real Darn the lead singer of the Cranberries.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Very, very unique voice. Very, she's definitely was a great vocalist. I will admit, I'm not like too diverse into the Cranberries music, but I do enjoy the stuff that I did hear from them. Of course, you might have heard their hit song "Zombie."
I love that song.
That song is great. Oddity to the Family, Dreams. They've had a lot of hits, and I believe, and it was really shocking, and this came kind of out of nowhere for me because I just didn't expect this. She was kind of young too. She was only 48 when she died, and this is really sad. This is a huge loss in the music community because she was such an influential person when it came to, especially with female fronted bands and stuff like that. So. Yeah, huge loss. My condolences to her family and stuff like that, and to her bandmates, all that. So yeah, hopefully she's resting well, and yeah, definitely sucks that she's no longer with us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like you said, rest in peace and condolences to the family members, her friends, and of course the band members. So
yeah. So yeah, so that's all I really want to talk about with that. And second music topic, we'll bring it back. I haven't done one of these in a while. And that is there any hope for? Oh, you guys ready? So if you don't know what this segment is, I talk about a certain band or artist that's not really doing the best as of late. And I talk about if there's any hope for them, any way to struggle back from they're kind of not doing so well and get back onto the feet. I did the first episode I did was from Maroon 5. Second episode I did was for Taylor Swift. Now this third episode, it kind of actually hurts me to do an episode about them because this was a band that was one of the first bands I ever fell in love with and really discovered music with, and that is Fall Out Boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Now, background check on Fall Out Boy for me. When I was in elementary school, one of the first songs I ever fell in love with was Dance Dance, which was like their hit song off of From Under the Cork Tree. I bought that album. I loved Sugar We're Going Down. I don't care if that's their most popular song. It's the best song they've ever done. It truly, honestly is. It's still my favorite from them to this day. I love a lot of their albums from Take This to Your Grave, Infinity on High, Fully a Do. The first 4 albums are really fantastic. And the band took a bit of a hiatus after that, after Fully a Do and whatever. And they came back with an album in 2013 called Say Rock and Roll, which wasn't that great, honestly. Like, it's not a bad album by any means, but it could have been a lot better, especially for a comeback album for them. And then their next album, American Beauty / American Psycho, wasn't all that great as well. That's probably the weakest album they've ever done to date. And it's just, they just haven't been the same band that I fell in love with back into the day. Now, I'm not saying like bands can't evolve their sound. They absolutely can. Green Day is my second favorite band of all time, and they have farthered away from their sound, honestly. Like, their pop punk, like angsty teen sound, and they made one of the best albums ever made, American Idiot. So they have done, so bands can evolve with their sound. It is possible and become, even better than they were before. But it's just with Fall Out Boy, I feel like they're just trying to appeal to the radio mostly, if you get what I mean. It's kind of like a Maroon 5 situation. It's like they're making music now just to appeal to the radio and whatever's popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I heard the lead single off of this Young and Menace, which, oh my God, is that song awful. And just, I did like the next single released, Champion. That was pretty good. But then Last of the Real Ones wasn't that great. But I haven't heard the other 2 singles. I'm trying to stay farther away. Like, I want to actually listen to the album in full when it comes out on Friday. But I just had this big feeling that this is going to be their worst album to date. Just the fact that this album was supposed to come out in September, and then it got pushed back all the way to January because they weren't happy of how the album was presented. Now, which I can respect, actually. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not happy with your product, why release it? So kudos to them for, being like, hey, we're not happy with this. We're going to push our release to make something better. So kudos for them for that. Because, some people will just do that. They'll just release it no matter what. But I just really want this band to succeed. I want this band to be really good. I want to like, their stuff and their new stuff and whatever, but it's kind of hard when it's just not that great. And it just kind of is mediocre sounding. And this, like I said, this hurts me a lot because this is a band that I really grew up with and a band that I really do appreciate even to this day because they're a fantastic band to me. Sure, are they a little bit of a band of their time? Absolutely, but they're a great band of their time. It's just, whenever I listen to their old music, it just puts a smile to my face because it reminds me of good memories. But I just hope they just kind of find something, while try to stay relevant with the times, try to find, not to just be so mainstream and be so just, we need to sound like everyone else on the radio. So that's just my spiel with it. And I just really want them to be kind of how they used to, while also, just making some good music. I just want them to make good music. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about this.
So the new album comes out this Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'll review it for next week's podcast. I really like some of their songs, like Dance Dance, Thanks for the Memories. A bunch of other songs that I like that I felt.
Sugar We're Going Down is amazing.
Yeah, that's another one. The Double Nine was telling me earlier. And then there are songs like the Ghostbusters song, and that's just atrocious. So
yeah.
Don't get me fucking started on that song again.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm willing to give them the chance. I'm gonna give the album a listen. Hopefully, there is still hope. If not, then it's gonna be very unfortunate because the songs I mentioned before, those are songs I love. Songs I've heard many times, and I think they're very talented.
I remember back in junior year of high school in our marching band, we actually played Thanks for the Memories. And I actually loved playing that song, not only because it was just a great arrangement, but just because I love the song in general. So it was great hearing, just playing that song.
Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, hopefully there is hope for the band, and hopefully they just, who knows, this album could be fantastic, but I'm not in the slightest of that much hope for it. But, so, yeah. That's my. I don't know who's gonna be next for this episode, but we'll see. We'll see down the line. So yeah, that's that. And let's get on to the big boy. Let's get on to the main event.
The main event of the night. Now, Double Nine. Actually, you do the introduction because you're the one who chose the band. So.
You're the man of the hour.
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here to do the top 10 favorite The Killer songs. The Killers are an alternative rock band that made their huge debut with their single, Mr. Brightside, and then their huge album, Hot Fuss. And ever since then, they've gone on to become one of this generation's biggest rock bands, and one that is very recognizable and one that people love very much, including myself. So talking about some of their best songs is going to be really awesome today. So I guess we shall not waste any more time. Let's get on with the list, bitches. So here we go. All right, number 10 for me. My number 10 is For Reasons Unknown. For Reasons Unknown, this is off of the album Sam's Town, and this just has a very hypnotic feel in a way. Like, I love the instrumentation with this. Brendan Flowers sounds fantastic, and we're going to be saying that a lot during this because the dude just has an amazing voice. He's an amazing vocalist, and this is one of those songs that shows that. I really like the drum work on this. It's a very great song. It's definitely one of my favorites off of Sam's Town. It's an amazing track. So that's what comes out my number 10.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew, you're next. So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Be Still. We actually mentioned this before the podcast started. How a lot of their songs kind of have different feels to it, different beats and whatnot.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. But not, and this is definitely something I didn't really expect to hear from them, and it was a pleasant surprise. You know, it's a slower song, and I quite enjoyed listening to it. It's a nice, calming song, and it's pretty much all I got to say about it. Be Still, my number 10.
All right. My number 10 is Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. This is the opener for their first album, Hot Fuzz. When I first heard the album, like when I heard the song, I was like, okay, I'm in for something special just with this song alone. And this song is awesome. Honestly, it's very, very cool to listen to. It actually was one of the first few songs that, because before doing the list, I knew like 2 or 3 songs from The Killers. So actually, a lot of these songs I've heard for the first time recently. So when I first heard this album, when I first heard this song, I was like, okay, I'm in for something special. And I actually liked hearing the voice of Brendan Flowers, right? That's his name?
Yes, Brendan Flowers.
Brendan Flowers, and I love the music. So, what?
Brendan Flowers is a football player.
Oh.
A retired one like that, but he...
Well, anyway, yeah, this song is awesome. I would definitely recommend giving it a listen. It's a cool rock song, so, yep, Jenny Was a Friend of Mine is my number 10. All right.
Do not underestimate...
you can go.
Do not underestimate that goddamn bass line you hear in that song, because that is...
Yeah, that bass line's awesome. And a couple of other songs, the bass line's really good, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely, but that's like one of the shining examples of that. So, yeah, great number 10 choice. That would have been like an honorable mention for me, or one that would barely missed my list. I think that's still my favorite opening track that they've ever done. So, yeah. My number 9 is Runaways.
Oh, yeah.
Runaways is off of their 2012 album Battleborn, and I really love this song a lot. It has a nice feel to it. That's what I love about the song the most. It has a really nice feel with the instrumentation. Brendan Flowers sounds amazing on the song. The lyrics are really great, too. I really like the lyrics a lot, too, Runaways. It's a fantastic track, and it's easily my favorite off of Battleborn, and it comes out as my number 9.
All right. Andrew, what's your number 9?
Actually, my number 9 not only is it a good song, but has a fucking banging ass title, and that is Andy, You're a Star.
Yes.
You could hopefully put 2 and 2 together why I like that title so much, but other than that, it's a really good song. I really really like the beat of it. I really like the singing by Brendan Flowers, not the football player. And I instantly fell in love with it. And this is I heard it for the first time leading up to this podcast. And I instantly fell in love with it.
All right,
my number 9.
Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, they have a couple of pretty good ones. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now we're on to my number 9. My number 9 is a song called "The Way It Was." I can't remember what album this is from. Whatever album it's from, the album was really good. I remember listening to it. Anyway, this is one of those songs that when I heard it, I'm like, all right, I gotta listen to it again because I really liked it the first time I heard it, and when I heard it the second time, I'm like, wow, this is really something special because just like throughout its runtime, I was just invested in the singing, the way the music sounds, and it definitely gave me some sort of appreciation for the band. So The Way It Was is I know there are some people, like I was looking at some other people's lists just to get an idea of what song that you listen to, and some people had this high on their list. I can definitely see why. I mean, it's on my list as number 9, but it's still like a really good song. So The Way It Was is my number 9. Again, I would give it a listen if you had not heard of this song. The Way It Was is actually really cool, really good song. So,
and the album it was off of Battleborn.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, didn't you mention that album? Like the song.
Yeah, Runaways was from that album.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. All right, number 8 is Change Your Mind. Change Your Mind is off of the band's debut album Hot Fuss, and it's a really Hello?
Yeah, yep, I'm here.
Okay, I thought I froze or something. But Change Your Mind is really great because it starts off with you hear the guitar in the beginning and you hear the drummer clapping his sticks, and then you hear like this nice little like echoing beat, the dun 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 dun, like a nice electronic beat with it, and it's really fantastic. I really love the lyrics a lot to it. Like, if the answer is no, can I change your mind? It's really fantastic. And a lyric that kind of speaks to me in this song is like, I don't mean to be that person, but a lyric that kind of really speaks to me in this song is when he goes, how does it exactly? If I had a chance, would you let me know? And it's just one that kind of really speaks to me. I think could speak a lot to a lot of people if you're like trying to ask out a girl and whatever, and seeing if you're do have something with that person. So it's really great and kind of really relatable song as well. So it's really fantastic. I really love Brendan Flowers' voice on it, and the backing vocals are really good too on the song. So yeah, Change Your Mind, really fantastic track that I think kind of gets a little bit overlooked. So that's my number 8.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is The Man. I really love the feel of the song. Again, very different than what I thought it was going to be. It's kind of like a jazz-y kind of feel, and that's kind of the impression I got from the song, and I really love it. It kind of got me pumped and hyped and made me happy, and it's just because of the beat and whatnot is kind of great, and I really like the lyrics to the song as well. And The Man is my number 8.
It really makes you feel like you are the man.
I am. Well, I already knew that before the song.
Okay.
No, wait, no, you called me the legend. Well,
yes, the legend.
Number 8. My number 8 is Shot at the Night.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is we mentioned before how like what's great about this band is that not all the music sounds the same. A lot of them, it's like different varieties of different music. And this song in particular, I feel like, well, in all these songs you hear the great voice Brendan Flowers has, but in this song in particular, you really get to hear the range that this guy has. And honestly, and I know I'm going to say something that's very, I don't know, it's a strong statement, but I'm actually going to stick with it. I like some moments in this song kind of remind me of Freddie Mercury a little bit, like when he sings to like really high and shit. I'm like, wow, this guy is like really great. And
what song is this, Diego?
Shot at the Night. This is it's a different song from like, it's not like a heavy rock song or anything like that. It's a little slower and stuff. It's I don't know if I'd say it's upbeat, but it's one of those songs that like gets me going, like when I hear it. Again, like I heard the song recently, so it's not like I've heard it many times. Probably like the more I hear it, the more I'll appreciate it. But Shout at the Night is a really good song. It is my number 8, and again, I definitely recommend giving it a listen if you haven't heard it. So Shout at the Night is my number 8.
All right, my number 7 is Bones.
That's a really good one, yeah.
Bones, I love the opening where it's like you hear kind of like this church choir go, "Come with me," and you hear, and then just that nice little instrumentation, and then once the lyrics start kicking in, at first you just hear kind of just the drums a little bit, and I just love those like opening lines and those opening lyrics. It's really fantastic. The lyrics are really great. I love just the instrumental feel with Bones. It's really fantastic and really unique with the band and whatever. It's just really fantastic. I love Brendan Flowers' vocals on the song. It's really great. I really love Bones a lot. It just kind of gives me a nice little feel while listening to it. So yeah, my number 7 is Bones.
Awesome. All right, Andrew, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Wonderful Wonderful.
Ooh.
This is a great song. I love, again, the feel to it. I especially really like the chorus of it. It's kind of a song that makes me feel good, and I got not much to say about it other than it's a feel good song, and I love it. Number 7.
All right, my number 7 is actually a song Double Nine mentioned before, and that is Runaways.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, Runaways is definitely a great song from the Killers. Another song that I've listened to during my binge listening to the Killers. The first time I listened to it, I'm like, I gotta listen to this again because this is actually really good. And you know what, Double Nine hit the nail right on the head. Honestly, like
yes.
What I can say is that again, just shows why the Killers are great. Different kind of music, and yeah, just another song that I can definitely feel the beat to, and definitely gets me going. So yeah, pretty much all I gotta say. So Runaways is my number 7.
All right, my number 6 on my list is Joyride. Joyride has a very kind of it's got almost like a kind of jazzy little feel to it. I like it. It's nice. Like you hear the boom, 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 boom. Like it has a Vegas feel to it. It has like a jazzy Vegas feel to it. And it's really fantastic. I think it's great. And nice upbeat feel. Like it makes you really feel nice and upbeat. And it's great. I love it so much. It's fantastic. The chorus is definitely one of the best choruses they've ever done. It's such a fantastic tune. I love Joyride a lot, and definitely deserves to be on my list. Comes as my number 6.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Deadlines and Commitments.
Ooh.
This is another really good song that I that I like a lot. It's again kind of like a slower song, and I could listen to this all day pretty much, and that's pretty much why I like it, because I think it's a pretty good flow to it, and lyrics and whatnot, and the feel to it is good.
All right, so my number 6 is Human. Human is another great song from the Killers. Very fast paced, I'll add, but it's in a good way though. It's actually, I know some of the songs I mentioned, they were slower paced and all that kind of stuff, but some of the songs are faster paced. I really do like, and this is one of them. Love the lyrics to this one in particular. I think it's a really nice song to listen to, and yeah, I mean, it's just great instruments once again. Brendan Flowers with a fantastic voice. He's been consistently good. I'm gonna guess over the years, just consistently been blowing people away with his voice. So
yeah.
Human is my number 6.
All right, my number 5 is Mr. Brightside. This is easily the band's most popular song. This is the one that everybody, even if you don't know who the Killers are, you know what this song is, because it's such an iconic song. It really is. It's perfect. It's the fact that, don't let it be that it's only my number 5, underestimate how amazing this song is. It's perfection. It really honestly is. It's a perfect alternative rock song. You have the iconic guitar riff, the dun 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 dun. Once you hear that, you know exactly what this song is, and it's so fantastic. The lyrics are some of the best lyrics I think are ever written. Honestly, I love them so much, and especially when you get to the chorus, how Brendan Flowers sounds. The bass line is really fantastic. It's just a song that it's incredible. It really is. It's been talked to death so many times, but for good reason. It's just such a perfect song. If somehow you've been living under a rock and have never listened to this song, you should, because it's amazing. So, yeah, my number 5 is Mr. Brightside.
Awesome. All right, Andrew, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Tyson v. Douglas. I think this is an awesome song. I kind of like the way it kind of starts out, because you kind of hear kind of like you listen to a boxing match, and I thought that was a really cool element to the song. Really added to the song a lot. But past that, it's a really awesome song. Really like the beat to it, and it's again awesome. My number 5.
All right, my number 5 is off of the album Hot Fuzz once again, and that is "Smile Like You Mean It."
Oh, yeah.
A terrific song. A really catchy chorus. Yeah, I just wanted another one of those songs where from the opening to the end, I was just really into it. And how there's some songs that you're so into it that some of them are so good that they just feel 15 seconds long. They just feel like they go by.
Oh, yeah.
Instant. Honestly,
every time I listen to Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Yeah, or many other songs for that matter. Like, I feel like these next 5 songs, I can say that about because, like, really, these next 5, it was kind of hard for me to pick my number 1 was, but this was ultimately the way I set it up. And Smile Like You Mean is one of those songs which I found myself listening to the most out of, like, my binge listening, if you will.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, this was a really terrific album, too. Like, I know Double Nine highly praised it, and a lot of the songs on my list are from this album. And this is one of the best songs,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So, Smile Like You Mean It is my number 5.
All right, my number 4 is Under the Gun. A lot
I have not heard of that one.
Okay, I was about to explain that because a lot of people might not know this song because this is not off technically a studio album. This was off of like a B-side compilation record. And this was actually on the single for another song that I'll talk about later on in this list, but I won't spoil it. But this song is really great. It's a really nice hidden gem from the band. Like, it starts off, immediately, actually, Brendan starts singing almost immediately once the song starts going, and you hear this nice little bass line with it. And just that chorus of and kill me now, kill me now, kill me now is really fantastic. It's a really great song. I really like the feel of it. It's really intense, but it's really fantastic too. I really love Under the Gun a lot. It's a fantastic tune. Definitely, since it's not off of a studio album, I would definitely highly recommend listening to it. It's a great song. So yeah, my number 4 is Under the Gun.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Run for Cover. This is a really cool song, in my opinion. I really like it a lot, and it's another awesome song, a really fun one for me, and another one that, for me, feels like I've listened to it for 15 seconds because, I listen to it and I go, oh, shit, it's over. And I kind of just want to repeat it and listen to it again right after it's over. My number 4 is Run for Cover.
My number 4 is, once again, from the album Hot Fuzz, and that is All These Things That I've Done.
That's a good song, bro.
That is a amazing song, honestly. Like, this is a song that I've heard, like, 4 times within the past 24 hours.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man.
It just barely missed my list.
The chorus is just awesome, too. And this, especially, like, one of my favorite parts of the song is, like, towards the end, where like they're all singing and shit, like everyone's like, singing, and it's really, really great. Just like it's one of those songs where, as it goes on, it just progressively gets better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, if anyone had his number 1, completely understand. I'm not going to argue with that at all. But this is just an excellent one of the best songs I've heard in a while. And I know this is like an old album and shit, but like, I wasn't really familiar with the Killers, and hearing this song makes me like really happy about that. So, All These Things That I've Done is my number 4. A really great song. So,
all right, my number 3. We're at number 3 already. Holy crap! My number 3.
Shit, bro.
My number 3 is When You Were Young.
That is also my number, Trace.
Yes, awesome. Number 3.
And I'm not like messing up this time. Like, I'm looking at it. It's legitimately my number 3.
Nice. All right. So, When You Were Young, what a tune, man. It's so great. I know it's the most popular song off the album, Sam's Town, but for good reasoning, man. This song is just perfect. I love the lyrics to this song. That's my favorite part of this entire song. Like, just like you're waiting for some beautiful boy to pick you off your feet. Here he comes now. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus. He talks like a gentleman, just like you imagine when you were young. It's amazing. Brendan Flowers sounds incredible on the song. I love the kind of almost epic instrumentation with it. It's so fantastic. I love When You Were Young so much. I don't know how there are 2 songs that are better than this, but it was possible. But When You Were Young, amazing song. It definitely deserves to be my number 3.
All right, Andrew, what do you got to say about that?
Everything that Devin and I pretty said. Especially the singing. I think it's a fantastic singer. But like, especially in this one, it really was great. And I agree with them saying that the lyrics are fantastic, and just everything about the song is fantastic. Double Nine pretty much said it all.
Okay. All right. So my number 3 is Somebody Told Me. I know this is one of their most popular songs. This is an excellent song, a song that I've heard multiple times. This is one of the few songs I knew prior to doing my binge listening of The Killers. So I have heard the song many times, and it's a great one. You know, great lyrics. Really, definitely a song you can listen to over and over again. It doesn't it still holds up too. You know, after multiple times you're listening to, and once again, like great music, great singing, and just a great song overall. So Somebody Told Me is my number 3.
Somebody told me.
All right. Number 2 for me is, Somebody Told Me.
That is also my number 2.
Somebody Told Me is perfection. Somebody Told Me is just awesome. It is an incredible song. It really is. Like, just from the instrumentation with it, the lyrics. This has one of the greatest choruses of all time. I'm not just saying just in terms of the Killers. No, just of all time. Somebody told me you had a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. It's so amazing. Like, it really is. It's one of the catchiest, honestly, as well. Like, who would have thought of a chorus like that? It's so great. And apparently the song is about wanting to pick up a girl at the club. And Brendan Flowers has even described that, like, if someone hit him up with that line, the chorus of the song, he would immediately go with that person because it's so clever. Like, it honestly is, and it really is. It kind of rhymes a lot as well. It's really fantastic, and it's just a song you could just listen to and just have a good time with. You know, if I heard this at a party or in the club or whatever, you bet your ass I'm going to be dancing because it's one of those songs, honestly. And I really love Somebody Told Me a lot. It's a really fantastic tune, and it deserves to come in as my number 2.
All right, Andrew, what do you got to say about that?
No, again, I 100% or 110% agree with everything Double Nine said, especially in the chorus. That's even like underselling it. Again, I agree. This is one of the songs where you get happy and you start dancing and whatnot. And who isn't happy when they dance? I mean,
yeah.
Unless you're, a miserable fuck. But yeah, no. I like I said, the Double Nine hit it on the head again. Not much for me to say because Double Nine said it all. Number 2, Somebody Told Me.
All right, my number 2 is a song Double Nine mentioned, and that is Mr. Brightside. This song is phenomenal, honestly, from opening to the end, and the lyrics are awesome. And again, like I said this last week, and I'll say it again, just because the song is like their most popular or anything, it's not a bad thing, for God's sake. Like, there's a reason why it's the most popular or whatever, Like,
exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, like, people have the idea that, like, well, it's popular, then you're just a casual fan, or, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's a reason why so many people love the song, or, like,
Exactly. It's perfection, like I said.
Exactly. Like, personally, Bohemian Rhapsody isn't my favorite Queen song. I love the song. It's one of my favorite of all time. But there's a goddamn reason why Bohemian Rhapsody is the most well-known Queen song.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a reason
that applies to, like,
the most.
No, what are you gonna say? No.
I said there's a reason why Thriller is the most known Michael Jackson song.
Yeah. Yeah, and that applies to pretty much anything. Like, and this is like their most popular song, I'm pretty sure. So, and there's a reason why. This is almost my number 1. There's just one song I prefer more. But Mr. Brightside is a perfect song, in my opinion. So, yeah, Mr. Brightside is my number 2. Now we're on to number 1, the main event. Your favorite Killer song. Double Nine. What's your number one favorite?
My number one favorite Killer song of all time is "All These Things That I've Done."
Yeah, that's a great
one. Diego, oddly enough, when we were talking earlier, he sent me this song. He was like, "This is such an awesome song." I was like, "Of course, out of all the songs he would send me, it would be my favorite one." And it's perfect. This song, it's not just my favorite Killer song, but it's one of my favorite songs of all time. I love this song to death. It's perfect from the opening to it, where it's kind of subtle at first. You hear Brendan Flowers' vocals, and then you hear all the instruments coming in, and then that chorus. That chorus is so fantastic. That's not even the best part of the song. It's a song that, like you said, gets better and better as it goes on. Then when you get to that iconic part of I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier, and it got this like choir feeling to it. It's amazing and something of a thing of beauty, honestly. And it's epic. It's an epic song, and one that kind of, I don't know if anybody else feels like this with the song, but this is a song that kind of makes you reflect on life a bit. I kind of get that feeling with the song.
With the lyrics? Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Like, and just the feel with it, it's just one of the songs you just kind of lay back and just kind of reflect on things, and it's amazing. And I love this song so much. It's a truly perfection beyond belief. If it really is. It's an incredible tune, and if none of you have never heard this song before, you definitely should. It is easily my favorite Killer song of all time and one of my favorite songs in general. So yeah, that's my number one. All These Things That I've Done.
Awesome. Andrew, what's your number one?
You call me the casual fucking fan because my number one is Mr. Brightside.
Casual ass.
Yeah, I'm just casual as fuck. You know, with this week being, my number one being Mr. Brightside, and last week my number one being Another Brick in the Wall. Oh, man. But no, anyway, there's a reason this is my number one. It's not because I'm a casual fucking fan. It's because, like Diego said, perfect fucking song. I love the beginning riff of this. I think that's perfect. And the chorus, that's perfect. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea. Fuck, I'm blanking because I'm retarded, but jealousy. You guys know what I mean. I'm not gonna fucking sing the fucking chorus for you because just fuck you guys. But no, but it's a perfect song. The singing to it, fantastic. I think the message to it is really good too. It's a pretty deep message.
Yeah.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
And my number one, because I'm a casual fuck, is Mr. Brightside.
Woo!
All right, I guess I'm casual too, because my number one is When You Were Young.
Yes.
I really love this song. Like, this is a song that, wow, just it leaves me speechless every time because the lyric, like Double Nine said, the lyrics are easily the best part of the song.
Yes.
Such phenomenal lyrics, and just the music sounds great, and the chorus is awesome, and the guitar playing is amazing, and just like everything about it is perfection. Honestly, it's one of my favorite songs. If I'm being completely honest, and wow, just a song that I want to just hear again and again. And I've heard it many times, but even to this day, like I don't get tired of it because of how great it is. So, you pretty much said a lot what I was going to say, Double Nine, so I'll just leave it at that. So, When You Were Young is my number one favorite Killer song. It's a terrific song, and I actually want to say thank you to Double Nine for doing this band because it introduced me to more songs from the Killers, and it showed me that they're a really damn good band. And I know there are a lot of songs that I haven't listened to yet. And some songs Double Nine and Andrew mentioned that I haven't even heard of, so I'm definitely looking forward to listening more of this stuff and to listen re-listen to some stuff on my list because a lot of them I've heard for the first time. So thank you, Double Nine, and I love my list. So
yeah, all right.
Seriously, thank you, Double Nine, because like Diego, I knew some of their songs, but I wasn't like. I wouldn't say I wasn't a fan of them, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I love the Killers. But like now, I'm a pretty big fan of them after listening to a lot of their songs and can see that they're great. And so seriously,
you're welcome. Well, next week.
Oh, okay. I got something to say, but you can go for something.
Okay, next week, we're gonna be doing Breaking Benjamin next week.
Nice, awesome.
Which I'm very excited to do because I've been really listening to her music a lot again lately. So it's gonna be very exciting, and especially since their new single came out recently, I figured why not, let's talk about them. So it's going to be very exciting to see your guys' list for top 10 favorite Breaking Benjamin songs. So that's going to be exciting and it shall be good next week.
Yeah. And that is a wrap on our podcast. So I want to thank you guys again for, doing 10 episodes with me. It's been pretty fun so far. And we had another good episode today, I think. So,
yeah, pretty good episode.
I want to thank you guys. I want to thank people in the live chat. The live chat was actually pretty active today, so which is awesome. So thank you again. We will be coming back next week for episode 11. That should be fun. Again, with doing Breaking Benjamin list, and then whatever. Most likely the Oscars will be a big thing next week. So we'll talk about that most likely. So once again. Thank you guys. Do you guys have anything you want to say before I end the broadcast?
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. This was another great podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next week for episode 11. So good night, and go fuck yourself, San Diego.
All right, and Mr. Casual Fan, what do you got to say?
Hey, don't call me Mr. Casual. Jerome might be pretty mad at you that you just insulted me like that. Anyway, another great episode. Here's the 10 more. Hopefully we go beyond 20, but you guys get what I mean. But I'm really looking forward to next week. Got some pretty good topics with the Oscars. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing what I would have nominated, and that should be interesting. I also I'm going to be reviewing the very much infamous Survivor Season Redemption Island. So please look out for that.
All right. And, once again, this is a wrap for the podcast. So, once again, thank you guys. Thanks to everyone watching. I'll see you guys next week. Until next time, stay classy. Have a good week. See you guys next week.
Have a great night, y'all.